Well, good morning and welcome to what is the first of what I hope is many videos that I can share with you in the comfort of your home, centering around the topic of creating your beautiful life. My name is Tim, and my wife Pam will be joining me for some of these videos. Our family is in the background in the picture there on the wall, and happy to announce our family is growing. We have one granddaughter, another granddaughter on the way in July, and a wedding next year. So very happy for those two events. But yeah, so why listen to me? Am I an expert in anything? So more about me. I'm 65 years old, um, retired for 3 years. I have an engineering degree from Iowa State. Worked in corporate America for 40 years, 35 years at 3M and 5 years at another company, and downsized out of both of those companies. But yeah, the last downsizing was actually a blessing in disguise. Um, that allowed me and my wife to take in my mom, who was at a senior living facility, and with COVID being very isolated in her apartment, and we got to spend the last months of her life with her, as well as my brother got to spend time with her, my brother and sister-in-law. So yeah, it was just a blessing to be able to spend those last days with her. And again, uh, just so happens today is March 25th. It's her birthday. So if she was alive, she'd be 102. So beautiful, beautiful woman. It's taught me so much. But so yeah, why back to why me? So I like to paraphrase J.K. Simmons. He's that actor in the We Are Farmer insurance ads. He likes to say, I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two. So in my life, I've had lots of ups and downs, lots of experiences, and I'll get into that in the future. But so I'd like to bring that perspective to this video medium and centered around 7 different topics. So the topics would be finance and income generation, physical fitness, emotional fitness, relationships, spirituality, intellectual health, and creating joy. So that's kind of what the program is going to be all about, is different videos around those topics. We'll add some topics too, and um, so we're not set in stone on those 7, but uh, that's kind of what the video program is going to be about, is talking about creating joy in your life, and those are kind of the main headings. So how did this, why now, I guess, is another question. So Pam and I were on vacation on our anniversary, and we had a discussion about what would we want our legacy to be after we passed on. And so we talked about a number of things, but one thing we did agree on and actually started was writing a book. And the book was going to be kind of a set up in a devotional type format. So you'd notice there's 7 topics there for 7 different days. And so, we're going to have 52 messages for those 7 different topics. And we got a long ways on that. And so a lot of that content is actually going to be in these videos. And so that's kind of where, why now? I think that the time is right to start doing this and putting it out there, especially what's going on in 2024. Don't want to get into that here. But another question I always get is, yeah, why West Egg? So my company I started 3 different companies under a West Egg brand. So West Egg comes from, if you're a F. Scott Fitzgerald fan, he's an author, and there's very few of us out there, but he is from St. Paul, by the way. So he is an author. He wrote The Great Gatsby. I think it was in I'd have to look, 1925. And there's also, movies. The first movie was that I remember was Robert Redford stars as Jay Gatsby, and the other one was, that was probably 1974, and Leo DiCaprio in a remake of the same name, and that was probably 2013, I believe. But in that movie and in that book, there was fictitious towns in that New York area, and one was called West Egg and one was called East Egg, and they're across the bay from each other. And the people that lived at East Egg, kind of the Buchanans, Tom and Daisy, they lived in East Egg, so that was the old money generational wealth. And then the people that lived on West Egg on the other side of the bay, that was kind of Jay Gatsby, and that represented um, new money and kind of the hard work that would require to get that new money. It wasn't inherited. And a more recent example would be if you're a fan of Gilded Age, and Pam and I definitely are. We can't wait for the next season to drop. But in the Gilded Age, the Van Ryans, they would be considered, old money, generational wealth, and then the Russells would be the new money, and you kind of see, some of the conflict between those two. It's really fun to watch. But anyway, so that's why West Egg in the name. And so, kind of like, who is our audience? And initially, when Pam and I were talking, so yeah, I'm 65, I'm a baby boomer, I'm retired. So yeah, this might, fit that audience. But then I don't think we're going to limit ourselves to that. So if you ever did the chat pack thing, and that'll be another topic for sure, because that's one of my favorite games. Haha. But and yeah, what if you could go back, what would you tell your 25-year-old self? So you have all this wisdom. What would you go back in time and tell yourself? So I think for the younger generation, I think this would be also good stuff uh, to listen to, and it'll be bite-sized portions. These videos are going to try and be in the 5 to 10 minute range. Hopefully, more about the 5 minute range. And so, that's kind of the target audience. And so, we're going to need your help spreading the word. So, this will be on a blog post on my website, and you might see it in an email, you might see it on Facebook. But what we need to do to kind of grow the community is to get you to forward this to other people on your Facebook pages, or other people that may have an interest in this, because we're trying to grow this community. And in order to do that, this blog will have a join my community button there, and I would really appreciate it if you'd push that. It's going to be asking for your name and an email, and so that's going to allow me to send out emails with this blog post link. So you'll be sure to see the new content when it comes out. But in addition to that, the website that I'm on is building a community page. And so part of what I have incorporated into my website is some affiliate marketing training, and it's free, so that's great. But so in order to get access to this training, in order to get access to some of these discussion groups, you have to join this community. And again, it's free. The emails are definitely confidential. We have a privacy act, so we'll be very careful with emails, addresses. I know that's an issue with people, but yeah, we want to get this movement started. 2024 is going to be a challenging year with the election coming up, and one of the great things that we've experienced is our church Hosanna has been each week we go there, and they talk about spreading the good news. So that's what we want to do too, is spread good news, educate, and help you again create your beautiful life. So there'll be links down below to hopefully it'll be self-explanatory. But yeah, help us. If you're watching this directly on YouTube, you can like it, you can follow us. So I'll hope to see you again soon.